Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down. Sparks. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
How about that, taking a deep shot on the first play of the game. Obviously wanting to set a tone by pushing the ball downfield. Just came up incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! Over! Hot!
Throwing again on second and 10. Sparks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw here. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. Now they try the right side here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll set up to throw. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And now here comes Kansas City. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Sparks. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw here. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter. 2
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
He'll get it up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And McManus able to put it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
On 1st and 10, Sparks throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Now a handoff looking right. A huge play there for Denver. 54 yards. What a big run there to get out from the shadow of their own end zone. The defense is probably thinking, hey, let's pin them deep. Not the case.
You're exactly right. When I played, we used to have a defensive coordinator in these situations who would call the defense and tag onto it, get a safety, push them back. And sometimes you overcommit on defense, and it worked against them in this play. Offense worked it out very, very well.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Open space inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. This is third and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive. Sparks looking left side, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Sparks going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Sparks. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Gun. Watch him now, Barney. Over.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sparks going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And Butker able to put this one through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
And they'll go on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on the ground they go with the running back, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
No. Check. Patriot.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, if we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did we see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
On 1st and 10, Sparks finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! Gun!
Operating from the gun, Sparks. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very solid gain of 27.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gun! Detroit!
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Detroit! Over!
To throw on 2nd down. Sparks is going to fire one. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As now he's... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got some space here. And now look at him go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos are in for 6. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking middle, and that's complete.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Gone! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Gone!
from the gun. Sparks. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gomez. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
He's got his man on the crossing route. That goes for a gain of 31.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? They'll drop the throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On first down, Sparks. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on first down. Sparks. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Lucky 56.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back.
And they finally get to him as he's taken down. And he was plus 5 seconds there with the football. Is there a time that a quarterback has to get rid of it?
Somewhere generally around 3 seconds. So just like we're playing in our turkey bowl, right, in our backyard. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. That ball better be gone because anything past that, that's usually the end result.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down down, but not before they're inside the 25. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And now here comes Kansas City. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On first and 10, Sparks. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sparks throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Sparks. And going deep for Hill. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, over. Over, over.
Throwing again. Sparks. And going deep for Hill. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone.
third down. Sparks. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Operating from the gun, Sparks. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. They need a touchdown, the two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. You got to think this is likely four-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And McManus able to put it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened
there. You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Sparks finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
from the gun on third down. Sparks. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Detroit! 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 Over!
From the gun, Sparks. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Throwing on first down. Sparks. Got some real estate inside the 30. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, a 22. First and 10. Sparks. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 56. Lucky 56.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 48. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And on the ground they go with a running back. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll run it here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. kicker now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Able to slither by. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A very solid gain of 27. They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
All right, now, look at 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Gomez. And unable to break away. They stop him a few. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.